So hello everyone, welcome to another interesting video. So in today's video, the topic is a lot technical. So let's get started. Okay, so now before we go into the topic, have you been on a short haul flight or a long haul flight? This is my question. Comment below if you have been on a short haul flight. Press 2 for short haul flight. Press 4 for long haul flight. Okay. Now, why am I asking short haul or long haul flight? Because this video's topic depends upon the fueling of aircraft and how only the amount of fuel is necessary for flying to the destination. So, the today's topic is why do pilots only carry the amount of fuel they need and do not carry a full tank even for a short haul flight or a long haul flight with many stops? Okay. First, we'll come into short haul flight situation. Okay. Now, let's see where do I want to fly. Okay, let's try from. Okay, I'm staying at Bangalore. So, from Bengaluru to Mumbai, that's about a 1.5 hours flight time. And now, I decide to use my A320 Neo short haul aircraft. So, now I have two questions for you. Should I fuel it to full tank or should I fuel it to the amount of fuel just required for the trip? I'm sure all pilots would agree with me. Just fuel it enough for the trip. But those who are not pilots and who drives cars tells that you can fuel it to full tank. Now here's the major difference which comes between a car and an aircraft. Okay, now you may ask why am I explaining cars? Because even when you go for a short haul trip, like let's take that Bangalore to Mumbai situation, that's in an aircraft. So now instead let's plan from Bangalore to Mysore. Okay, then that's a long trip, fairly long trip, about 4 hours. But you plan on making many stops. So we fuel the car to about a full tank and then we make stops on the way. But this cannot work for an aircraft because, as I've told you, those tires can withstand landing impacts of 3 to 10 times the weight, and that will be more than 10 times the weight. So the logic wouldn't work. Okay. Now, what would happen if I fueled it to full tank capacity? Okay, I want to really test it out. I don't care if the tires burst. I don't care if the passengers will, I don't know, comment on a hard landing or anything. I don't care for anything. I am going to do it. I'm, I'm going to do it. So now I fueled the tank to full tank, as I've told you in new A320 new and features video. It can fly for up to 6.5 hours. So I fuel it to about 6.5 hours of flight time and then I take off. Full throttle and we are cruising, and some 1 hour later we are descending into Mumbai. We are all ready to explode those tires, and then we are coming in for landing as expected. As you land, the tires burst and the fire starts in the tires, and the fire extinguisher is sprayed onto the tire and extinguished. So trust me, this is real and it can happen. Okay, so luckily no pilot would ever do that, but this is just an example of a situation like that. Okay. Now let's take it for a long haul flight situation. Okay, now I'm planning for a flight from Bangalore to Sydney, which stop over in Mumbai and Dubai. Okay, now how do I? First thing which comes to long haul flight with more than two stops or more than one stop is the flight planning. You need to plan it perfectly so that the aircraft can be very fuel efficient. It should use minimum fuel and the route should be perfect. Okay, now I made it. Okay, we have decided we are going to fly to Sydney. There are two stops, Mumbai and Dubai. As you can go, the first leg will go from Bangalore to Mumbai and then to Dubai and then to Sydney. Now the second thing comes, which aircraft are you going to use for the flight? Now this is a long haul flight of 8 to 10 hours you can take. Now, all the long haul aircrafts in my fleet are like 747, most of them are 747s. One is a 787, one is an A380. So, I used I will use the most technologically advanced aircraft of 21st century, that is the 747-8. So now I have planned the route. Everything now comes upon the deciding of fuel. Okay. Now I need to decide, see, for an 8-hour trip, how much fuel should I carry? Now, again, let's take that long haul type situation. Now we will go from Bangalore to Sydney, okay? Now I fuel it to full tank and then obviously I can't land in Mumbai. Even I can't land in Dubai also because I fueled it to about 8 hours. Okay, now let's think that the normal time is 8 to 10 hours, but at most of the times it won't take 8 hours. It would obviously take 9.5 to 10 hours. I've seen it on more than 10 plus situations. Okay, now I can't even land in Mumbai or Dubai, then what will the passengers do? So that's why what I do is I take on the amount of fuel required from Bangalore to Mumbai. I land in Mumbai, then I take on the amount of fuel required from the trip from Mumbai to Dubai. I land there, then refuel the tank to a full tank for Bangalore to Sydney. Okay, I'm not going to refuel to full, I'm sorry. 747-8 can fly for 17 and a half hours. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So I'm going to refuel it to about half tank, which gives me about 10 hours. But Dubai to Sydney isn't that much time, so I put it to about 7 to 8 hours. Then I can go land in Sydney. So why I did this topic was I when I was taking bath the other day, so I was thinking what topic shall I take for my 50th video? And funny fact, this is my 50th video also. I was thinking, what should I do? I should give something very special and interesting topic to my viewers who are not pilots, and they should get to know about it. Okay. So now I was thinking, okay, a few topics came into my mind. The first one was wing engineering issues in modern day aviation because those wings are exceptionally holding fuel and they need to be fuel efficient wings. So I that topic and I searched everything and did not give that much result, so I dropped it. The second thing came and then it was the landing gears, tire pressure and changing the landing gear, how many landings it can endure. But that seemed to be too much complicated with a lot of mathematic formulas in it, and obviously even I don't like mathematics, but yeah. So I dropped the topic and the third one came to my mind about fueling. This does not seem a lot too complicated, right? So I took on this topic and then, yes, I did it. Yes, I decided, okay, I'm going to do this topic for my 50th video. It should be very interesting and it should be very good too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you and bye bye.